My beloved child, if this message touches your heart, I invite you to share your faith by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Declare your love for God in the comments by writing, "I really love you, God." If you feel led to support this mission of spreading love and light, you can consider contributing through Super Thanks. A gift of $50 to $100, or any amount you feel moved to share, helps carry this message to more hearts. Remember, every act of generosity, no matter the amount, is deeply valued and appreciated. My beloved child, I have seen every battle you fought when no one stood beside you. I witnessed the pain that consumed your soul, the nights you spent in silence, waiting for a sign that relief was near. You felt abandoned, but I was right there, watching over you, carrying you when you could no longer stand. They underestimated you because they couldn't see what I placed inside you. They spoke against you, believing their words could define your worth. But I tell you, their voices have no authority over what I have decreed. Their schemes will not prosper. What they planned in secret, I have already dismantled. You endured trials that should have broken you, yet here you are, standing. Not because of your own strength, but because my hand never left you. When doors slammed shut, I prepared a greater path. When they turned their backs, I set angels around you. Every betrayal, every loss, every rejection, none of it was wasted. I used it to refine you, to prepare you for what is coming. They thought they won, but their victory was an illusion. What they built against you is collapsing. The traps they set are ensnaring them. What they stole from you will be returned in ways beyond human understanding. They assumed you would remain beneath their feet, but I am lifting you so high they won't even be able to recognize the person I am shaping you into. You asked why I allowed certain things to happen, why I didn't intervene sooner, but I was never late. I allowed those storms not to break you, but to awaken something within you. You discovered resilience you didn't know you had. You learned to trust me when everything else failed. You grew in ways you never imagined. And now the season of endurance is shifting. The chains that held you down are breaking. The burdens that weighed on you are lifting. The sorrow that clung to you is dissipating. My child, you are stepping into a moment where those who laughed at you will watch in silence, unable to comprehend what I am doing in your life. I have seen the injustice. I have counted every tear. Nothing escaped my sight. You wondered if I heard your cries, and I tell you not one went unnoticed. Your pain did not disappear into the void. It reached my throne, and I have responded. The tables are turning. Those who plotted against you will witness my power in your life. They will see that no plan formed against you can stand. I am your defender. I am your restorer. I am your shield, your fortress, your ever-present help in times of trouble. You don't need to fight this battle. I am fighting for you. Stand still and watch what I do. Stand firm and see how I overturn every scheme. The weapons formed against you will shatter before your eyes. Those who mocked you will be silenced. Those who took advantage of your kindness will long for your presence. But I am separating you from them. You have been hidden for a reason. I kept you away from places that would have destroyed you. I pulled you out of situations that looked good on the surface but were laced with destruction underneath. I allowed certain connections to break because they weren't meant to walk into your next season. Now it is time. Time for you to rise. Time for you to walk into what I have been preparing for you. Time for you to step into the fulfillment of my promises. Nothing can stop what I have spoken over you. Nothing can reverse what I have set in motion. I have watched you remain faithful when everything around you suggested otherwise. You could have given up, but you chose to trust me. You could have turned away, but you held on. And because you endured, because you did not let go, because you waited on me, the rewards are being released. There is no more delay, no more waiting, no more uncertainty. What was held back is being unleashed. What seemed impossible is becoming reality. What was blocked is now opening. My child, you are stepping into a season where my favor will overshadow you. Stay focused. Keep your heart aligned with me. Do not let distractions pull you away. The enemy will try to plant doubt, whisper lies, and make you question what I have spoken. But remember, I do not change my mind. My word does not return void. What I have declared will come to pass. The ones who counted you out will see the truth. The ones who thought you had nothing left will witness abundance overflowing in your life. The ones who assumed they had won will realize they were never in control. I have been working behind the scenes, orchestrating everything for your good. This is only the beginning. What you see now is just the start of what I am about to do. I am turning things so rapidly that even you will be in awe of how quickly everything shifts. You won't recognize your own story because I am rewriting it in ways you never imagined. I have seen you holding on, even when you felt like letting go. I have watched you press forward, even when you were exhausted. Now, my child, I say to you, it's over for them. The ones who thought they had the final say are about to witness my power displayed in ways they cannot comprehend. Stay ready. Keep trusting. Keep believing. What you have been praying for, what you have been longing for, what you have been expecting, it's unfolding. One by one, piece by piece, moment by moment. The foundations beneath you are shifting. The very ground you once feared would swallow you is now the place where I will establish your victory. Every path you walked in uncertainty, every moment you second-guessed my plan, was never wasted. I have woven even the detours into the masterpiece of your destiny. You stood at the edge of despair, believing the horizon was the end. But I was crafting a passageway beyond what your eyes could perceive. You weren't abandoned in the wilderness. You were being prepared for a terrain others could not navigate. The silence you endured was not neglect, but the sacred space where I was refining your soul. Look now at what I am unveiling. The shadows that clung to your steps are fading, and in their place, my radiance surrounds you. No longer will you walk in hesitation, questioning the direction of your journey. I am straightening every crooked road, lifting every valley, and lowering every mountain that stood as an obstacle before you. Those who dismissed you will watch in astonishment as I elevate you. The voices that sought to drown out my whispers in your heart will no longer hold influence. Every attempt to diminish your purpose is collapsing under the weight of my divine will. My decree stands firm, unshaken by the opposition of man. What you thought was loss was actually positioning. The doors that refused to open were never meant to house your calling. The people who withdrew were never meant to carry the weight of your promise. The opportunities that slipped from your grasp would have only distracted from the immeasurable portion I have reserved for you. Do not grieve over what has passed. Let go of the need to understand why certain things unraveled the way they did. I am the architect of time, the one who sets the seasons in motion. What seemed like delay was divine synchronization, aligning you with a moment that could not arrive a second too soon or too late. Now, listen. The atmosphere around you is shifting. The resistance that weighed upon your shoulders is lifting. The battles that once seemed unending are losing their hold. You are stepping into a divine acceleration. What once took years will unfold in days. The labor of past seasons is culminating in an unprecedented outpouring of favor. Do you feel it? The chains of the past no longer have power over your destiny. The echoes of past failures have been silenced. Your spirit is no longer bound to what was. I am calling you into what is and what will be. The weight of past disappointments is dissolving, and in its place my peace is reigning. You will no longer toil in uncertainty. Your steps will no longer falter under the weight of doubt. I am clothing you in confidence that does not waver, in boldness that does not shrink, in assurance that is not shaken by circumstances. Every seed of obedience you planted in faith, even when it seemed barren, is now sprouting. The prayers that felt unheard have been gathering before my throne. The whispers of your heart that never found words have been etched into eternity. Not a single cry, not a single plea, not a single tear has been overlooked. Watch as I unfold what I have hidden, the treasures of wisdom, the depths of revelation, the mysteries that once seemed beyond reach. I am releasing them into your spirit. You will walk with understanding beyond your years, insight beyond your experience, discernment beyond human wisdom. I am setting you apart, not for the sake of isolation, but for the sake of transformation. You are being sculpted into a vessel that will carry the weight of my presence. No longer will you merely observe miracles. You will walk in them. No longer will you hear testimonies from others. Your life will become one. Even now, I am aligning the right voices around you. I am removing connections that serve only as distractions. I am establishing relationships that will sharpen you, people who will remind you of the truth when the world tries to blur your vision. You will not walk this journey alone. I have set pillars around you, anchors that will keep you steady when the winds of life attempt to sway you. Do not fear the unknown. Do not resist where I am leading. You are stepping into a realm where your faith will not just be spoken, it will be tested, proven, and established. What you once read about, you will now experience. The encounters you long for are no longer distant. They are unfolding before you. Every limitation you believed defined you is crumbling. The words spoken over you in ignorance, the labels placed upon you in error, the identities assigned to you by others, they have no hold. I have called you by name, and nothing can alter the identity I have written upon your spirit. Your voice carries authority. Your presence shifts atmospheres. Your prayers dismantle strongholds. Your faith moves mountains. You are not insignificant. You are not forgotten. You are not waiting for validation. I have already placed my mark upon you. Step forward. No more hesitation. No more dwelling on past uncertainties. No more waiting for permission. I have released you into the fullness of what I have spoken. Every moment leading to this was preparation. And now the moment of unveiling has arrived. Do not fear their opinions. Do not shrink back because of opposition. Do not silence your voice because of doubt. I have fortified you for this exact time. My anointing rests upon you, not as a fleeting moment, but as an ever-present covering. The dreams that seemed out of reach are now within grasp. The visions that felt distant are now taking form. The doors that appeared sealed are now swinging open. This is not just a breakthrough. It is a complete transformation. Stand in expectation, walk in certainty, move in confidence, speak with boldness. The heavens are responding, the earth is shifting, and the manifestation of my promise is unfolding. Before your eyes, the unseen has already shifted in your favor, though your eyes have not yet caught up with what I have accomplished. Your spirit perceives it, sensing the tremors of transformation beneath the surface of the natural realm. Every unseen force that once worked against you has lost its grip. I have rewritten the trajectory of your journey with irreversible authority. You no longer stand in the place where despair once held you captive. The soil beneath your feet is new, fertile, bursting with the potential of what I have sown within you. The landscape of your destiny is no longer barren, for I have tilled the ground with my own hands, ensuring that nothing but life will emerge. The weight of past limitations has crumbled. That which restrained you, the ceilings that confined your reach, the boundaries that others imposed upon you, none of them remain. The vastness of my provision stretches endlessly before you, untouched by the constraints of human expectation. You have not yet glimpsed the full measure of what I have in store. What your mind perceives is only a fraction, a mere shadow of the magnitude of what I am unfolding. The horizon you see is but the gateway to a reality so vast, that no earthly understanding can contain it. I have designed this season for an unveiling beyond your imagination. There is no hesitation in my plans for you, no uncertainty, no second guessing. I do not operate in hesitation, nor do I delay what has already been decreed. The timing of your advancement is precise, not a moment too soon, not a second too late. Every movement, every unfolding moment has been orchestrated with divine precision. I am accelerating what once seemed slow. That which appeared distant is now being drawn near. The whispers of doubt that told you it would never come to pass have been silenced by the undeniable sound of my decree. My words hold weight beyond what any force in existence can contest. Your capacity is expanding. I am enlarging your ability to receive, your readiness to walk in the depths of what I have prepared. You are being stretched, molded, refined, not for struggle, but for mastery. What you once found overwhelming will now become second nature. For I am equipping you to walk in the fullness of what I have declared over your life. The opposition that once loomed over you holds no power now. It is but a shadow, an illusion attempting to distract you from the reality of what I have already conquered on your behalf. No accusation, no hindrance, no scheme can withstand the authority I have vested in you. I am sharpening your discernment. No longer will confusion cloud your choices. No longer will hesitation paralyze. The winds are shifting, carrying with them the fragrance of the future I have ordained. Each step forward is uncharted, yet I have walked ahead, securing every detail long before your arrival. No hesitation lingers in my movements, for every moment has been orchestrated with a precision that transcends human comprehension. Your journey is unfolding like a scroll, revealing layers of purpose that were once concealed. What was hidden in obscurity is now emerging in clarity, each detail aligned with an eternal blueprint that cannot be undone. This unveiling is not by accident. It is by my design, woven together before the foundations of time were set in place. The echoes of former struggles no longer dictate your direction. The whispers of uncertainty that once clouded your perspective have dissipated under the weight of my decree. I have set a new course, one untouched by the limitations of the past, one marked by favor beyond what you have yet imagined. You are not stepping into familiar terrain, but into the unknown where my wonders reside. The familiar may have provided comfort, but I am calling you into realms where dependence on me alone will sustain you. This path is not predictable, but it is certain. The destination is not visible to the natural eye, yet it has already been secured in my hand. No resistance can halt what I have begun. No opposition can delay the manifestation of what I have spoken. My authority is final, my word unshakable. That which I have set in motion will reach completion without interference. There are no interruptions in my plan, no deviations from what I have declared over you. Your spirit has sensed this shift before your mind could grasp it. The alignment taking place within you is not by chance. It is the fulfillment of a divine sequence unfolding in perfect synchrony. What once felt scattered is now converging into a singular, undeniable reality. I am sharpening your vision. The haze that once clouded your perception is lifting. Where confusion once lingered, now there is certainty. You will recognize what is from me and what is not with an unmistakable clarity. Your steps will no longer be guided by assumption, but by the assurance of divine leading. The voices of distraction are being drowned out. No longer will the noise of the world dictate your focus. I am fine-tuning your hearing, allowing you to distinguish my whisper amid the clamor of the temporary. Every false narrative is being exposed, every deceptive influence dismantled. You will no longer dwell in the waiting place of uncertainty. The days of wondering if the breakthrough will come are behind you. This is not the season of delay, it is the season of unfolding. What was once withheld is now being released. The storehouses of promise are opening, pouring out that which was reserved for such a time as this. New doors are appearing where walls once stood. The boundaries that confined you have been removed. I am expanding the territory of your influence, enlarging the reach of your impact. You will move in spaces once thought unreachable, walk in places once considered beyond your grasp. The wisdom you need for this next assignment is already within you. I have been depositing understanding in layers, preparing you for moments yet to come. What seemed like ordinary days were seasons of divine preparation. Now, you will step into situations where knowledge will flow effortlessly. Insight will arise instinctively. No longer will you second-guess the abilities I have placed within you. You were not created to shrink back, but to rise. You were not formed to remain hidden, but to shine. The time of self-doubt has ended. The era of stepping into full confidence has arrived. Every resource required is already in motion. You will not lack provision for the journey ahead. That which appeared scarce will now overflow. I am aligning every need with its appointed supply. The connections, opportunities, and pathways necessary are all converging in divine order. Do not fear the unknown, for I have already navigated the path before you. The way may seem untraveled to human eyes, but my footprints are already there, marking each turn with certainty. Trust is not a risk. It is the firmest foundation upon which you can stand. Acceleration is here. No more waiting for the right conditions. No more delays caused by external circumstances. The time is now. Movement will be swift, and doors will open faster than expected. The momentum of heaven is behind you, propelling you forward without resistance. Your name is being mentioned in places you have never set foot. Favor is speaking on your behalf before you even arrive. The impact of my anointing is extending beyond what you can see, beyond what you have planned. That which I have called you to accomplish will reach further than your natural limitations could ever take you. You are standing at the threshold of a divine unveiling. What was once obscured is now coming into view. The revelations you need, the direction you have sought, the purpose you have longed to fully grasp, it is all coming together in perfect alignment. The pieces that seemed disjointed are forming a seamless masterpiece. This is your defining moment, not because of effort, but because of divine appointment. You are not striving for significance. You are stepping into what was already destined. The weight of past seasons is falling away, and in its place, a mantle of authority is resting upon you. The mountains before you are crumbling. The obstacles that once seemed insurmountable are dissolving before your very eyes. You will walk through what once stood as an impassable barrier. Nothing will stand in the way of what I have called you to accomplish. Your presence will carry the evidence of my hand upon you. The shift will be undeniable. Even those who doubted, even those who opposed, will be unable to deny the transformation unfolding before them. You will not need to explain what I am doing. My work will speak for itself. The weight of waiting has lifted. The season of wondering has concluded. The manifestation of what I promised is here. Walk forward without hesitation, for I am with you in every step. The journey ahead is not one of uncertainty, but of fulfilled expectation. My beloved child, the season of small steps has concluded, and now I'm calling you to walk boldly into the vastness of what I have prepared. The days of careful hesitation are behind you, for I have established a foundation so firm that nothing can shake what I am building upon it. The winds that once opposed you have now shifted to propel you forward with divine momentum. You are stepping beyond the familiar, beyond the confines of human understanding. The path ahead is not marked by the footprints of those before you, for I am doing something unprecedented in your life. There is no blueprint drawn by human hands that can define the magnitude of what I am unfolding. Your voice will carry weight in places where it was once ignored. The very ground you stand upon has been transformed into a platform for my power to be displayed. The influence I have placed upon you is not given for personal gain, but for the fulfillment of kingdom purposes beyond your current comprehension. Every limitation that once seemed immovable is now dissolving before my decree. The structures that confined your reach, the ceilings that hindered your ascension, the barriers that restrained your movement, none of them remain intact. I have cleared the way for unrestricted access to the realms I have called you to occupy. I am imparting an increase in discernment, sharpening your ability to distinguish between the genuine and the counterfeit. No longer will deception find an entrance. No longer will distractions lead you astray. The clarity I am releasing will illuminate the unseen, exposing the intentions behind every opportunity, every connection, and every decision. My presence will go before you as a consuming fire, making a way where none previously existed. The opposition that once stood against you will find itself powerless before the authority I have placed upon you. No resistance can withstand the force of my divine appointment. Your spirit will operate at a frequency unfamiliar to the natural world. The knowledge I am embedding within you is beyond intellect, beyond study, beyond experience. It is a wisdom that flows from the eternal source, unrestricted by time, untouched by human limitations. You will see beyond what is visible, understand beyond what is spoken, move beyond what is expected. The doors I am opening will require a level of preparation that only I can provide. This will not be achieved by striving, but by surrender. Let go of the need to control the process, for what I am orchestrating is beyond your ability to manage. The weight of my glory will be the force that sustains you, not the works of your own hands. The acceleration upon your life will cause you to outrun those who once seemed ahead. Do not measure your progress by the standards of others, for the pace I have set for you is unique. You are not in competition, nor are you delayed. You are exactly where you need to be, and the unfolding of my promises is precisely on time. Even the expectations you held for yourself fall short of what I am bringing forth. What you envisioned was merely a glimpse, a fragment of the totality of my plan. My thoughts toward you far exceed what you have imagined, and my provision extends beyond what you have anticipated. The stretching you feel is not a sign of burden, but of capacity being expanded. I am enlarging your ability to carry the weight of what is coming. Strength is being forged within you. Resilience is being refined. Endurance is being perfected. This is not preparation for mere survival. This is training for dominion. Your name is being positioned in places where only I could have placed it. You will not have to strive for recognition, nor seek validation from those who do not carry my perspective. The favor upon your life will be undeniable, and the evidence of my hand will silence every doubt. The resources required for this next assignment are already aligned. No provision will be lacking. No tool will be absent. No assistance will be withheld. I have summoned the right people, orchestrated divine connections, and arranged circumstances to ensure that everything necessary will be at your disposal exactly when it is needed. This is the beginning of something beyond what you expected. The plans I have for you are not merely about advancement, but about transformation. You are not just stepping into a new chapter. You are stepping into an entirely new dimension of existence. Remain steadfast, for the unfolding of my purpose is happening swiftly. Do not look to the left or to the right, for distractions will attempt to pull your gaze away from what I am revealing. Keep your eyes fixed on me, and you will not falter. The systems of this world will not dictate your success. The structures of man will not define your destiny. You operate under a kingdom order that is governed by my decree, not by earthly standards. The limitations that apply to others do not apply to you, for my favor transcends natural constraints. What you are carrying is not common. The calling upon your life is not ordinary. The weight of your assignment requires divine empowerment. and I am equipping you with everything necessary to walk in the fullness of what I have spoken. Do not be alarmed when things shift suddenly. What appears as disruption is actually alignment. I am rearranging everything to ensure that your positioning is perfect. The changes that seem abrupt are actually the hand of divine orchestration moving swiftly on your behalf. There is no fear in what is coming, only fulfillment. No uncertainty, only completion. No hesitation, only forward movement. You are stepping into a reality where my word is not only heard, but tangibly experienced. The waiting is over. The manifestation has begun. What was once a distant promise is now a present reality. Amen.